One, okay.
Oh! Why, hello there, neighbor. My name's Charles Darwin. Today I'm going to be talking about the evolution of a species. Conveniently, I wrote a book already. Origin of Species in 1859. 50 years after I was born. If you do the math, it's 1809. Basically, I'm just going to be talking to you about the evolution of a species and how it was revolutionary and just controversial. People admired my work.
I love it.
But then there were those that despised it. I'm going to show you my adventures from Shropshire, England, where I was born. Traveled all the way to the Galapagos Islands, where I met many, many, many finches and turtles. Alright. This is an excerpt from my book, The Origin of Species, where I talk about evolution at its prime. Alright, so we have two basic finches from the Galapagos Islands, you see here. Alright, so they're basically the same. But what happens if a mountain divides them, like just erupts out of nowhere and just splits them up? Now they're on the other sides of the mountain. They can't talk to each other anymore. Well, because of geology, one side of the mountain, I've chosen the left side to contain clouds and moisture and water. This side won't get as much, so it's like a desert, hence the blazing sun. Well, what happens? Well, this finch turns into a lizard. It has to adapt. This one turns into a pterodactyl because it has more food. This is evolution at its prime. Thank you for enjoying the presentation. Okay. Very good. Not only have I traveled the 7 seas, I also traveled time, transcending space, and observing the future and the past to confirm everything that I have seen on the Galapagos Islands. Now, when I wrote The Origin of Species, I confronted the church rules that God made everything, so they hated me. But don't worry about that, because I proved them wrong. Traveling into the future, specifically April of 2012, I have found that society around the world has taken on my beliefs and understanding. We now know that the best way to approach science is through an empirical, scientific method with no biases. And that is what I have done for the world. We approach everything with solid evidence and a construct of steps by step to get the right answer. What else have I done? Well, I've also slightly proven, well, it's a theory, but theory usually means that it's right. Kind of like plate tectonics, we can't prove it through an experiment, but there is so much evidence going for it that we don't have any other definition but the theory of plate tectonics. And the theory of evolution means that there must be evolving species. I have saved us from the hands of the church. Very good.